marketing fee, that would be enough.
Well, you wouldn't charge a marketing fee to a buyer.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you can.
You could?
You can.
Okay.
Because it costs.
It costs. You
Okay.
could charge them. You could charge them
Okay.
something. I mean, you have to.
Well, I guess that would go other commission then.
That would be other commission. If you, if you did it for sale by owner, and they were going to split the commission, that other commission would be there, wouldn't it?
Wait a minute. So, if you're charging the buyer a marketing fee, what are you marketing for the buyer?
You can. You can do that. You can
No,
charge-
I'm saying, excuse me. I'm not making myself clear.
No, if you are working for a buyer and you want to charge them a fee, you can do that, right?
Yes, you can.
No, I
And
understand that
a
you.
marketing fee.
She just wants to know what you charge.
I'm not making myself clear. I apologize. I understand that you can. I'm saying, okay, the buyer. Let me play the buyer. Okay, you're saying to me, I want to talk to you about a buyer's agency, and because you're going to need to disclose this, right?
Right.
Is that James Bond?
That's okay. It's not stopping me.
I've never done it.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing here.
Well, if you were out showing
I'm just saying, you're disclosing as you're presenting the buyer's agency contract to your buyer, prospective buyer. You're saying, here's what it does, blah, 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 and you're running through it, and you're saying, this is a transaction fee, and they say, well, what's a transaction fee for? Yes, we can charge a transaction fee, and we do. And they say, so what's it for? And you explain what's it for, however you pussyfoot through that. And then they say, and suppose you're charging this marketing fee, which we know we can charge. And they say, and what is that for? That's what I want to know.
Okay, let me tell you what it's for.
Great.
It's an additional brokerage commission is what we need to label it, because that's what it is. You're asking for an additional fee. And the additional fee is for the compliance on your file to make sure that your file is supervised and looked over, and it goes through a process. It covers the errors and omissions insurance, so that if there's any problems with the file, you have errors and omissions insurance that covers you in this transaction.
So you
Yeah, but that's a
28.
transaction fee, isn't it,
No,
Lori?
well, no, because we're relabeling it, because everybody used to call it transaction fee or additional processing fee or whatever. It is commission. You're asking for additional commission to cover some of the review of the file and the errors and omissions insurance that you're going to be charged in.
And it'd be good to
No,
that'd be line 28,
okay,
correct?
I understand
Okay,
that, but
line
what is
I get what you're
20
saying.
what's the difference
And
then
then
between a
line
marketing
27?
fee and
27 is the
You're
295.
talking about different
Which
things.
that's
We're
that's
talking
the
about two
transaction.
different
We
things.
are.
Okay.
What she's saying is, as a buyer, what we were saying is you can charge them a marketing fee, a buyer, not a seller.
Mhm.
And she'd like to know, Teresa would like to know, what is it we are marketing for our buyer?
We're talking about-
What do we charge?
Which is rare that you.
What
would
we're
do that.
saying, what's come to the table is charging the buyer two fees. A transaction fee and a marketing fee.
We're not calling it
Okay, but-
transaction fee
right.
anymore. So everybody who's received
Okay, that answers the question.
Yeah, we're not calling it transaction fee anymore.
We're calling it a
is-
marketing fee.
No, we're calling it additional brokerage commission, because that's
Okay.
what it is. It's
Thank you.
additional brokerage commission. It's not a transaction fee. It's not a marketing fee or whatever. It is an additional commission.
You're not
Additional
actually
brokerage
supposed to even use the verbiage
Yeah, I would use
transaction.
that verbiage, and everybody who's received any compliance from me in any time lately, they have seen that I've been calling out. You call it additional brokerage commission. Okay, that's
That
what I want.
answers my question.
And it goes where? On which line?
It goes on under line 27.
Okay, just want to be sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to, if you're doing if you want to pay for marketing, you can ask for that as well. Okay. If say somebody wants, I want these flyers done. I want my house in the Kansas City Star. You can say,
This is buyers.
We're talking buyers,
okay,
though.
I understand.
Okay.
But with sellers, you can do that.
Right.
Okay. So you can charge a marketing fee and charge them for that marketing up front. Okay.
Right.
You can do that. With buyers, there's if they have you doing something out of the ordinary, you can ask for additional fee.
Okay, that was where my question started, because I'm thinking, as a person with a marketing background, I'm thinking, wait a minute, what am I doing to market my buyer?
Are those gonna be totaled on line 27, or do you break them up on line 27
Well,
and 28?
More than likely, you're just looking at line 27 is where any buyer, that's what we're going
Not
to
to
run. We'll have a
mention, if the buyer
295
found out because of the
additional
extra
brokerage
things that
fee
you did
Okay.
to
that will
get
has to
their
be on the buyer's
attention,
estimated closing shop.
then, I mean, that's a
Has to
kind of a
be
fine line,
on
you
the
know. I would say
buyer's
it's a
agency
seller,
agreement, the
so
same
it's-
number.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd
and
just-
I don't get it
also
now. I think we're all clear.
also has to be pointed out on the agency disclosure regarding commission compensation. You check the box that says buyer. I even write in the amount of the fee. You just write additional brokerage commission paid by buyer is $295. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you can charge more than $295. That's what we charge the majority of the agents here, $295. Okay. So some of the agents charge $450. Okay, they can do that if they provide a service and they ask for the additional brokerage commission and the buyer agrees, then you can charge it. But it has to be on all these documents. You have to disclose it to them up front. Okay, it's in the buyer's agency agreement, and it is in the buyer's estimated expenses. And so if you don't have one of these filled out, then the loan officer that makes the arrangements, they need to have it in their good faith. It's either one of the two. Okay, and then it also has to be on that agency disclosure, and when it talks about compensation and who's getting compensated. And I can't tell you how many times I see that agency addendum come in with no boxes checked. Who knows who's paying the commission on the deal? So everybody has to make sure that that's how it's filled out.
Gas surcharge for increased gas expense.
Yeah, there you go. If it's legitimate, if you can make a point of why you're charging the fee, you can charge the fee.
Well, I think this is good discussion. I've had
Yeah.
people ask me what used to be called the, now I know.
Yes.
Now I know we don't refer to it as a transaction fee anymore.
And we're working on a new closing information sheet that will be more thorough. What we're finding out is that everybody's in a hurry to get their contract processed and the closing information sheet filled out. The issue of accuracy, is the stuff on my closing information sheet accurate? Because people will put in, this is my transaction, my additional brokerage commission of $295. Well, they don't point out on the closing information sheet that they collected $450 or are going to collect $450. So when the girls process this transaction, they go off that closing information sheet, which is inaccurate, because if you put bad information on the closing information sheet, then you're going to have a bad commission letter, because it's not accurate, because you're not spelling it out to the person going through the file. I find out about it when I review the file. We create the commission letter first based upon the closing information sheet. I go back, review the file, and find out where the mistakes are made. And what we want to do is eliminate those mistakes up front by filling out that closing information sheet correctly. If that's filled out correctly, then your transaction's going to be, your commission letter is going to be correct.
Yeah, we're actually working on that right now, and the really great thing about it is it's going to be a dynamic PDF, so we do not have to handwrite them any longer.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, so they're all going to be typed.
And it needs to be typed, because some people, even though they think they can write so people can read it, they really can't, and especially cursive. Some people with their
it's coming.
cursive writing, they're like,
Working on it right
they don't
now.
even teach it anymore. And it's very hard to follow some people's
Sorry,
writing.
it's
So,
just enough to make a person feel ancient.
yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
'cause
did that
there's-
cover that?
Yeah, we're good there.
Okay, very good.
PDF will be good.
Okay, so you guys understand that from box 6,
Thank you,
that's
everyone.
those additional fees, you're going to go ahead and transfer those over to line 27. Okay, the likelihood transaction fee, or additional commission is what we're going to call it. Moving on to line 7, government recording charges. That's your Kansas mortgage registration tax. Okay?
126.
Yeah. That's going to go over to line 26. And just so you guys know, that's $2.60 per thousand on the
What did you just
loan
say?
amount. Line 26, your Kansas mortgage registration tax is the transfer taxes.
$2.60 per thousand.
Yeah, $2.60 per thousand.